What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything preach like Paul and not live the word, you will suffer like diabetes. Hey Christian, nobody carry.
And good night to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name's Sheldon Scott. I'll be with you up until 10 o'clock. If it's the first time you're listening, we are live via YouTube. We are live via Facebook, and we're also live via We Noise Radio out there in Brooklyn. We also go live via our own, our own website, yeah. Talking Points GND, yeah. Hey, tomorrow is budget day, yeah. Yes, tomorrow we shall be hearing of all the fiscal things that the government intends to do. We're going to hear about all that they have spent. Well, we ain't going to hear all. We go hear that they say one or two about one or two. We go hear where they want to spend. We go hear all kind of thing tomorrow. Nice, yeah.
Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Someone silver and someone gold, but I want Jesus way down in my soul.
Yes, indeed, eh?
Hey!
Let's say a special good night to the Honorable Emlyn Pear, the political leader of the New National Party, leader of His Majesty's loyal opposition. Hope that you're having a wonderful, bit restful night tonight, yeah.
Tell him now, someone silver and someone gold, but I want Jesus way down in my...
Up in St. Patrick, let me say a special good night to you, Miss Veronica McSween, and happy birthday to you. And this comes from the entire home circle, and in particular from Irvin out there in the UK.
Tell him now, someone silver and someone gold, but I want Jesus way down.
Good night to you, Mr. Vernon Joseph. I hope you are having a wonderful night tonight.
Tell him now,
And the entire Ford crew, yeah, Anne-Marie, Rosanna, Jenna Lynn, yeah.
tell him now.
The whole squad, we say a special good night to each and every one of you. Hope that you all are having a fabulous, fabulous night tonight, yeah? Yeah, I want to talk about something, but I ain't find I see enough people to talk about that yet, yeah? Good night to you, Auntie Sylvia Coy.
Search me, oh God,
Millie Gemlin, good night to both of you.
I pray, try
Cousin Caitlin, good night.
Savior.
Maitland, good night to you.
See if there be some way
Uncle Bar, Cousin Ira.
in me.
Yeah, well, give me a little excuse. I can tell my family good night too, yeah.
Every sin and set me free. Oh, if you are a leader,
Cousin Margaret and Cousin Moulton, good night to both of you.
if you take
I know that you all are locked in, and if you're not locked in, one of the other family members go call and say that, look, he say good night to you. So I ain't worried.
life not in line with the will of God, you must learn to search like
Good night to you, Auntie Doreen. I hope you're having a wonderful night tonight.
make it into heaven, my friend. Be right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you
Yeah,
are
we're putting a blessing on the weekend, yeah?
a leader and you lead because of power, if you take away from the poor man,
We must play this song on repeat for the Prime Minister of this country, yeah?
oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you must learn to search like in one. If you want to make it into heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you are God, you better serve.
You all know our political leader has been very, very busy. And this weekend as well, she will be at this forum. That's with our sister party out there in St. Vincent, the NDP. Yeah, they have a conference where they focused on women. And the Honorable Emlyn Pear, political leader of the New National Party, opposition leader, will be there, as well as Honorable Rhoda Crawford out of Jamaica. And that is going to be taking place this Saturday. I hope they have a live stream, so at least we will be able to see. Because we know we political leader go drop it heavy. So we know we want to see. Yeah, so my good friends in St. Vincent, make sure that you all broadcast the proceedings. We would like to see as well. Yeah, we want to see. So make sure you all broadcast. Nice?
Because of power, if you take away from the poor man and leave them just to suffer, oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you must earn the search.
And also, I'm going to do it every night that I can until we get to the goal that they're trying to get to. I'm trying to remember the exact amount, but they have a specific goal that they need to meet so that they can fly this young one out. Yeah? Look into his eyes and tell him that you're not willing to help. Yeah? Look into that child's eyes and tell him that you don't care and you're not willing to help. Just look into his eyes and tell him that. Yeah? So that's 2-year-old Kelvin Warren Thomas. He needs your help. Yeah? So 2-year-old Kelvin Warren Thomas from Moya, St. Andrew, urgently needs your support for leukemia treatment. Your donation can make a significant difference in his fight for health. Please help us provide for him with the care that he needs. You can contact his parents, and his parents' numbers, here they are, 420-4314-535-2110. Yeah? You can donate at the drop box at Cashwiz. You know Cashwiz is around the place, right? I'm not too sure what it is. I doesn't mix up in them thing. So wherever Cashwiz is, you can drop a little something in the box there. I'm going to, oh boy, I said I would put it on the page. I haven't done that, but I'm going to put it on the page. And then you can just scan here, and it will take you to the platform where you can pay. Yeah? And also, you can donate via Corp Bank at 321. Let me repeat that. Corporate bank account 321-005987. Again, that's 321-005987. That's the account number. So again, we had to help the little one. Yeah? Little Warren Thomas. Yeah, Kelvin Warren Thomas. We had to help the youth. So it might be small. Come on. It might be $5, it might be $3, whatever it is that you can give. You pass by Cashwiz and you put it in the box. If you are able and you understand how to use the GoToFed app, you can put it there. But let's try to help that little one. Please, I'm begging on behalf of his family. Please let us try and help him and help them. Yeah? Because you know, it's childhood leukemia. They could deal with that. That is something you could deal with once you get to the proper place for the proper treatment. I don't know where the government is in relation to this particular one, if they are assisting in any form or format, but the family fighting up to try and see what they can do on their own, yeah? And I also have a situation with a 6-year-old. Yeah, a 6-year-old young lady, a 6-year-old young girl, child, that has also been doing cancer treatment. The parents fight up. They try as much as they can. Yeah? And they need assistance too. So in somehow, whichever way, we have to try and assist these children. A 2-year-old with cancer, a 6-year-old with cancer. The 6-year-old has done treatment and so on. They have their good days. They have their bad days. They've done their treatment. They've come back. They have to go in a couple months again. Parents don't have money. They max out everything they had in the bank. They take loans from the financial institutions. Both of them working, trying hard. But it is difficult. So if you want me to put you in contact with them, again, I like to put people directly in contact with the people that I'm speaking about. I am more than happy to do so. Hit me a message at any time and I'll be glad. Please don't message me on Facebook. When I say on Facebook, don't message me on the message app on Facebook. on the talking points one, because very rare, because I'm doing so much, very rare I get to go there. So try to reach me directly on my Facebook page, on the Sheldon Scott. Yeah, me directly. Try and reach me on that page, or you can WhatsApp the studio WhatsApp. I'm going to copy the studio WhatsApp over to one of my devices so that I'll have it access to it all the time. So you can try to get me there as well. But let us see how we can assist these children. It's important that we do, yeah?
If you take away from the poor man and leave them just to suffer, oh, if your life not in line with the will of God, you must learn to search like in war. If you want to make it into heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you
also remember, folks, the barbecue luncheon of the St. Patrick East branch of the New National Party that is happening at the River Sally Hard Court, taking place on the 29th of March. So you have enough time to organize your ride, organize your little donation and that kind of thing. You realize that doesn't call out the price of the chicken and thing, right? Because when you go, I want you to go and make a little extra donation. Don't just pay, say we put in a little shell and tell us put a little extra in the bucket. You understand? Yeah, we had to make sure we take that seat, you know. So we had to do what we had to do. All right? So we supporting our good friends up there in St. Patrick, and in particular in this instance, St. Patrick East. All right? So they have barbecue chicken, barbecue pork, grilled fish, and so, and you're getting nice side and thing with that. You could call 533-8797 or 415-8008 if you want to head on up or you want to make a donation to help there as well. All right, folks? Yeah, that's, I will leave the next one for tonight, man. Yeah. I need to get an updated poster on that one. So, but just to mention briefly, the brunch, yeah, that's taking place on Sunday, the 27th of April, 2025. That's the New National Party New York Support Group. They're going to have various food and so on.
if you are,
Or if you want your fish escovish, you go get that too. Starting from 10 a.m. until you say when.
you take away from the poor man and
So remember, you could call Kathy on 347-262-6818, Wendy on 917-602-1476, and Aisha at 917-520-3164.
to heaven, my friend, live right and serve the Lord. Oh, if you are a leader and you lead because of
Yeah, getting close to the kind of number I want to see to see what I have to see, but I still ain't saying it yet. Yeah.
and you lead them just to suffer. Oh, if your life not in
440-7377-347-329-3101. Tomorrow is budget day. What are your expectations? Or do you have any expectations? As budget day is taking place, long overdue, but budget day is taking place tomorrow. Yeah, so I know a lot of folks might be looking forward to see what the budget has in it for them. Yeah? I know a lot of categories of people are looking forward to the budget to see what might be in there for them. Yeah, so budget 2025 will be officially delivered. The budget speech will be delivered tomorrow by the Minister of Finance. So that will be taking place tomorrow. So we're looking forward. Let me hear what they're coming with, Papa. I hear some kind of things there. Let me see what's going on. I've also heard that the Grenada workers are back out to work. They are going to be looking at the situation again come by the 31st of March. There has to be some sort of final decision in relation to the entire issue and a final outcome, etc. So for now, they're back on the job. But one aspect of it that I want to mention here tonight, I can't believe what I've been hearing there in relation to the quote-unquote agreement to go back out to work. Now, the workers were striking for 3 days. They were off the job for 3 days in the strike action. This government, the NDC government, has said to this set of workers that they would not receive salaries for those 3 days. In other words, they're doing a deduction. They're not going to pay them for those 3 days that they were out from work. Grenlec is not a private company. This is being done by the government, the Deacon Mitchell administration. Deacon Mitchell is the minister directly responsible for the operations of the Grenada Electricity Services Limited, Grenlec. He is the line minister, as was explained by the union leader yesterday. So when it comes to teachers and public servants, there is one rule, it seems. There seems to be one rule when it's them in relation to when you strike and if you hold back salaries because people are striking and so on. Because remember, and I'm saying this in the context of, these are the same people that call NNP any word you could find in the dictionary that is negative. This same government, inclusive of the same Attorney General, inclusive of the same Prime Minister, these were the same people that were making all of those negative statements about the new National Party because of what took place with the teachers and public servants who were striking and who had that deduction made to their salary, which the court upheld was correct. Let me repeat, which the court, when this matter went to court, the court ruled in favor of the government. But by that point in time, the new National Party administration was out of office and the NDC administration had returned those docked salaries to those categories of workers. But it seems as though the rules that apply for one set of workers, because I say the world low level, the rule that apply for one set of workers does not apply for the other set of workers. It seems as though that is what is going on here. So when it comes to those who are working with Grenlec and they are government, let me just make it clear. Masabul Masako, government is the majority shareholder. The board of directors, who appointed it? WRB that appointed it? No. The government of Grenada has the majority shareholder. They are the majority shareholder. They have the majority of people on the board representing them, including political activists. Nothing wrong with that. You could have political activists once they know what they're doing. I don't know if the ones that didn't know what they're doing. But once they know what they're doing, there's nothing if you have a political activist on a board. I don't have a problem with that. Once they know and they understand and they bring something to the table that can help the entire discussion or develop the organization, no problem. But if it's just putting them there for putting them there, I have a problem with that. But again, when it comes to one category of workers, the government saying one thing. And then, from what I've picked up as well, I heard that the Attorney General was saying that, the Grenlec workers strike illegally. Well, according to the courts, so did the other categories of workers that you all paid. But you all just decide you want to pressure. See, I realize that there is a personal issue between this administration and the Technical Allied Workers Union, and in particular the workers at Grenlec. Because we know who was the lawyer representing WRB all those years when the workers were having their various struggles. We know who the workers, we will tell you, Minister, don't drink no rivers tonight, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know who were the lawyers representing WRB. That was the company that was the majority shareholder of Grenlec before government reclaimed those shares. We know who was the lawyer representing them. And with all the industrial actions, I'm sure that the union could pull the letter and show you whose signature is on it as the legal representative. I'm sure that the union, if you check them, they can tell you who were the representatives of that particular entity. Yeah? So, we have this situation now where those workers will not be receiving, they will not be receiving their 3 days salary. So, the donkey said the world low level? Yeah. He don't level at all, boy. He don't level at all, yeah.
And if you want to make
4407377, 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. Yeah. Our political leader often says to us to mind we business. Mind we business. Yeah? And we're going to reinforce that as much as possible. Mind we business. We have to continue to do our canvassing. Yeah, we have to continue doing our canvassing. We have to continue doing our house to house, our door to door, our village to village, our town to town, our street to street. We have to continue doing the work of the new national party. If you are not seeing the signs of what is coming, I am seeing the signs. And I know there are many other people that are seeing the signs of what is coming. So ensure that you are registered. But I keep getting messages from people now. I got messages, at least 3, over the last roughly 2 weeks. Yeah? I got 1 this week and 2 last week of people that went to register at different locations and are being told that the system is down and they can't get to register because the system is down. Yeah? I think we have a caller online. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good.
Hey, good night. How you do?
I see on your poster about them diaspora coming here.
Don't worry. I ain't start talking on that yet. I'll talk in a while. So hold on. You draw your gun too soon, right? You draw your gun too soon. Call back in a while. You draw your gun too soon. Call back in a while.
Okay, well, I will let you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you draw your gun too soon, man. Call back in a while. Yeah. So as I was saying, we have to mind our business. Yes, Wade, you drive safely. We have to mind our business. Yeah? Because again, elections are won by the party that is more organized. Not necessarily the party that is more popular. Not necessarily the party that has more money. Elections are won by the party that is more organized. That knows who their people are, that knows the correct messages, etc., etc., etc. I ain't teaching politics 101 tonight. But they are won by the parties that are more organized. Can you say in your heart of hearts that you believe that where you are is properly organized? And if you don't believe that, what are you doing to help correct that situation? I'm hearing of people that have gone to register, and when they get there, they are being told that the registration system is down, so they can't register. I ain't trust that. Yeah, I don't trust it. I know that we have a registration system now that is outdated. 2 computers did disappear from it in 2011 or 2010 somewhere, but we never hear about that again. But anyhow, but we have an outdated system that needs to be replaced. I have not heard from the Parliamentary Electoral Office any significant information as to if that will be taking place on a new system with new cards or whatever is going to be put in place, or if it's a new system and the same card, if you're going to have a re-registration process taking place, whatever it is. But you have to mind your business because other people minding theirs, you know. You have people who never spend a night in the tongue of St. George. They never sleep a single night in the tongue of St. George. But they come in and register in the tongue. They fly in and they register in as voters in the town of St. George. They have never lived there. They never even spend a night there. But they register in. And the only way to get such people off the list is how? By you being vigilant, doing the proper canvassing, and checking who is who. And putting a face to each name. Putting a face. Don't just think you know the person. People just carry the same name too. Make sure you put a face to each name. I've seen in other territories, I've mentioned town, St. George, Southeast, all over. There are people that are registering that these people never live in those constituencies, but they're coming to pad up the vote there. And it is up to us, because you know what they're saying? They're saying because we're not reporting it. So some people might meet you on the street and they say, Sheldon, I see this person named there and that person never lived, that person living here, that person out in the States there for the last 10 years and they're not even from this area. I know them. They're from up in Hermitage. But they come and they register down in the south. And they just passing for a couple of weeks and they register down in the south. They were staying in a guest house down there. Yeah? So we cannot have that. Remember, for the 50th anniversary of the Grenada's independence last year, you had significant numbers of people that returned to the island. Many of them were urged to use the opportunity to register. Many of them have registered illegally. One, the qualifying criteria is that you have to be living in the constituency in which you register for at least 12 months. In most of those instances, that has not been the case. But nearly all of them, because these are people that fly in to register, so they haven't been living there. But they go in with their documents, inclusive of their utility bills and so on, and they are registering. And if we are not vigilant enough to be able to weed these people out, yeah, if we, okay, so St. George Northeast has that problem as well, okay. So that's another area that has that problem. That is 4 different areas now that I'm hearing of that problem taking place, where they're saying machine not working and so on. Yeah, and I don't know if it's the machine at the one in St. George Northeast or if it's the machine at the main office, but there is a problem. There is a problem. And while you have those who are running around saying register, 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 when people do go to register, well, at least the people who have been speaking to me, when they go to register, there seems to be a problem. Yeah? So we need to ensure that we verify each and every person that's on the voters list. If on election day, all kind of strange people show up and vote, you and I have only ourselves to blame, not them. If people that legally should not be registered there, register, and when you go and you stand up in the line, you see 9 or 10 of them, and you realize that you lose that seat by 9 or you lose that seat by 10, you know who's responsible? Not the 9 or 10 of them that went and vote. You're responsible because you did not mind your business. So we have a special responsibility to ensure that we check with a fine-tooth comb. In fact, forget comb. With an electron microscope, we're going down to the molecular level now. We have the responsibility to go over the list at that level and identify each and every individual and ensure that we kick out those who have to be taken off the list, that we get them off the list. Folks, I have to take a short break. Yeah, I must take a short break. Someone is at my door. Yeah, so I must take a short break and come right back. So yes, indeed, folks. Thank you for that. Yeah, I know you all will excuse me on that one. So someone is asking the question there, why are they allowing them to register? Now, again, we can't necessarily blame the people working at the registration offices. They are told this is the criteria. Now, they have a job. They have to ensure that, okay, the person has their local identification, whether it is they have the birth certificate, driver's license, whatever it is, that they've got that. The second thing is they have to make sure the person has a utility bill, yeah, from wherever it is. And so they have to have these things. So they have to verify that. They have to make sure they have copies of that on file in case a challenge is made. They have to ensure that they have that on. What the registration officer does not have to do is go out in the community and go and find out if this person has been living there for the last 12 months. That responsibility falls back on me and you. So those of us that know for a fact that we have been seeing names popping up that we don't know, and remember, you also have the CBI people whose names may be appearing on the list. And these CBI names may not be Wacheski. Yeah? They might not be Sulong. These names may very well be something as simple as Sheldon Scott. And you check in the list and you see a Sheldon Scott. You say, oh, that's Sheldon, man, and you go ahead. But that is a person who was before there was Peter Wachowski, and they changed the name to Sheldon Scott. So even though you're seeing names that you think you know, put a face to every name. You may be surprised what some of the faces looking like. You may be surprised who some of the faces belong to and where they are located. Put a name to every single face on the voters list. Every political party that I have spoken to in the region that have not done a proper canvassing of the voters list has lost. None of them win. Once it's a situation that you're going to an election and you're not doing your canvassing of the voters list properly, you are going to have a problem. And you know what's the problem you're going to have? You're going to have a problem like this. People show talk for me, so if you're trying to talk for me, be intelligent enough to do it proper now. You know, show talk for me in a kind of way. Yeah, you want to be famous, no problem. If you want to be famous, I could help you out.
Say last week around you was on, all right, and then I talk about we in the diaspora, and Mr. Scott make a whole program about it. Well, today I just want to say something. We in the diaspora will be determining the election in Grenada, and then we have a way we're going to be targeting, and I want him to know we'll be targeting Emily Pierre, Kate Lewis. We're not going for Clarice Mullers because we know she's not going to be running, but we'll also be targeting Pete Mitchell constituency, and we start this Sunday. So I want them to know we in the diaspora will be determining the election in Grenada. Have a great day, my brother.
Thank you, caller.
All right, folks. So let me play that for you once again.
Okay. And another thing I have to say, last week around you was on, all right, and then I talk about we in the diaspora, and Mr. Scott make a whole program about it. Well, today I just want to say something. We in the diaspora will be determining the election in Grenada, and then we have a way we're going to be targeting, and I want him to know we'll be targeting Emily Pierre, Kate Lewis. We're not going for Clarice Mullers because we know she's not going to be running, but we'll also be targeting Pete Mitchell constituency, and we start this Sunday. So I want them to know we in the diaspora will be determining the election in Grenada. Have a great day, my brother.
Thank you, caller.
All right, and let me play it one more time for you again. Let me play it one more time again for you.
Okay. And another thing I have to say, last week around you was on, all right, and then I talk about we in the diaspora, and Mr. Scott make a whole program about it. Well, today I just want to say something. We in the diaspora will be determining the election in Grenada, and then we have a way we're going to be targeting, and I want him to know we'll be targeting Emily Pierre, Kate Lewis. We're not going for Clarice Mullers because we know she's not going to be running, but we'll also be targeting Pete Mitchell constituency, and we start this Sunday. So I want them to know we in the diaspora will be determining the election in Grenada. Have a great day, my brother.
Thank you, caller.
All right, folks. So, yeah. So you understand the intent of certain individuals. You have heard it. You can't say that you didn't hear it. Yeah? You cannot say that you have not heard it. Over the past 2+ years, you have been hearing them drumming up support in the diaspora for people to come back and register for when the time comes to come back here and vote. No problem with that if you're a Grenadian and you can legally be registered to vote here in Grenada, or You're already registered and so on. You just need to renew whatever it is. That's one thing. But when you're trying a situation, remember, for instance, the constituency of St. John was lost by what? About 9 or 10 votes or something like that. So if they were to drag in, let's say that the numbers remain the same, and they were able to drag in 20 people from the diaspora and register them there, then the people of St. John would be left to suffer what they're suffering right now with the lack of representation by the MP that is there. And that decision would not have been made by the people who are living in St. John. It may not have even been made that by people that are from St. John in the first place. Because 10 out of the 20 people that they bring in could be people that are Grenadian, born Grenadians, but never live a day in St. John. The other 10 could be people that came in through CBI. They don't know anything about Grenada, but they find they get the passport under that government and they come in and vote. And the people of St. John would have a decision made for them that has absolutely nothing to do with them. So folks, we have to check the voters list. We have to check the voters list unless the law itself, the electoral law, is changed to allow for certain things. What is being done by various individuals and organizations is illegal. The electoral law is clear on the qualifying criteria. We ain't bothering with the nonsense about what seats they're aiming for. Don't worry about our seats. Worry about yours. We minding we business. We know all you're going heavy in St. Andrews Southeast because all you really want to get rid of Emlyn Pierre. We know all you're going heavy there. We know all you're going after those seats and things. So that is not a revelation to us. But it is, I just played it, not because they call my name, because it's an idiot anyway. I hope you're hiding from Trump properly, eh? But anyhow. Yeah, I hope you're hiding from Trump properly. But outside of that, we need to understand what they are attempting here. That is voter padding. Let's say you're out in the diaspora now. Let's say you're in the UK or in the US or Canada or wherever now. Let's just say you were born in St. David. But you are an NDC supporter and you're coming back now and you say, well, okay, I find St. David safe, but I want to go and register over in St. John. So this person comes into the island, they get some bills from somebody for St. John and they go up in St. John and they register in St. John because they're padding the vote there. They say, NDC don't need no vote in St. David, we safe here, because some of them feel that. NDC don't need no vote here, we safe here. And they go over to St. John, and what they do is they impose on the people of St. John the candidate that they want, not the candidate that the people of St. John want. Let's say Carriacou. 400, 200 or 300 people in Carriacou in a situation like that coming in from the diaspora can make a significant difference. Watch the margins. Could make a significant difference on election night. So folks, NNPites, again, mind your business. Again, I am not saying that they're going to take those 4 seats. Don't get me wrong. They could dream as much as they want. They could dream as much as they want. If they want to go and spend our money in them seats, and then we don't mind, come, spend the money, we don't mind. The people go benefit. We don't mind. Spend the money there. But we know I ain't go spend money because all they already say is only NDC are to getting. But NNPites, mind your business. Not because they're talking about those, don't mean that they ain't trying things in other constituencies too. Every single constituency, mind your watch. I'm sure if you check, I say that maybe about 100 times and already for the night. NNPites, mind your business. Okay, let me use that John Compton. I think I see my good St. Lucian friend somewhere in the chat just a while ago. Yeah? Grenadians, watch your bread. Grenadians, watch your bread. Yeah? And if you're frying plantain, don't turn your back. Yeah, you know what does happen when you turn your back when you're frying plantain? Yeah? We'll open the phone lines. 440-7377-347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. And let me warn you all, I see somebody saying they're delusional and all kind of thing. Take every threat from these people serious. Don't think that they're not really trying to do what they're saying they're going to do. And if you take the approach that they can't do it, you don't understand politics. Yeah? Do the work. Do the work. Yeah? We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon,
Hey, sir.
I see on the news how they get some voters thing there.
No, that's some passport. That's on the airport. That's in relation to that's a different system.
At the airport?
That's for when you're coming in on the airport, instead of filling out this form and so on, you just scan your passport. That's a different thing. All right? Yeah, listen to me on the phone. Listen to me on the phone, brother. You know better than that.
All right then.
Okay, yeah. No, I think the caller is referring to the where you come in on the airport, and that is not something new. I used that last year, a system like that last year, and I think even year before, right? So I'm saying that when it comes to that particular thing that they're talking about, like if it's something brand new that has been there already, yeah, maybe they put more kiosk in place so that when you go in, you just scan your passport. When you're coming in, you just scan your passport, because years ago, the NNP put in place machine-readable passport. In fact, before a lot of other countries, regionally, the NNP had already put in machine-readable passports. So now you have the opportunity. They've expanded what already existed there. So don't get up in it and believe it's something new. If you haven't been traveling, you wouldn't know. People who are traveling know that those things were already down there. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Two
What's
questions.
up?
Yeah, two questions. Two questions I need to ask. Questions. And make some maybe some recommendation ask. Number one, I hear like in the clip that you played, the guy was saying that Glennis Modest now running again. Is that true?
Well, I don't know who tell he anything. I don't know who running from who don't running. That is not
I
that is not the time for
I
that.
never hear that before, and I know that.
On nomination,
Okay,
listen, on nomination day is when you does know who running and who don't running. After at the end of nomination day is when you does know. So they always know NNP business and they don't know their own. So I'm saying if we mind we business and they mind we business must prosper.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the other thing I was saying, about the registration thing. The saying when people go to a certain place to register that the thing is not working. Well, if that is the case, and the people are coming to do that, don't they have to? They're not supposed to do something to make sure that these people, once they are bona fide Grenadian and whatever, do something so that these people can vote if the time come. I mean, can they do something about that, even when the machine not working?
The registration officer has a specific responsibility: verify the documentation, register the person. Now, the political parties, they have a responsibility to go through the list, canvass it properly, and have, for instance, if you have people that have died, make the recommendation, get them off the list. People who have been registered and legally should not have been registered, to challenge that. And then the Parliamentary Electoral Office will have to get in contact with those people and verify that they do indeed live, or they were living during the period that they said in the area that they have been living. They would have the responsibility placed on their shoulders to ensure that that person is properly registered. If they find otherwise, they must have them removed from the list. It's a legal requirement.
Okay, well, concerning this now, this is what I was going to say something about this too. Now, when people come to register, what about if the person that are doing the registration of it What about the sort of question that, okay, this person come, where you're living in Clancy, for instance, you say that. What about they have to give some sort of show which place in Antipin you live in and all this sort of thing. These are things I feel are supposed to go down. So when the time comes, you have to prove that. And how long you've been living there?
No, what
you're supposed to prove all that.
What the law says, as I explained a bit earlier, what the law says is that the person could walk with utility bills as proof that they're living there. Now, the registration officer does not have to go further than that. They do have to come and say, well, okay, I come in and see that you stay in there. Or I come in and make sure you live in there. There's also this part of contention in relation to the law of what qualifies as living in a place, because you have people whose real address, for instance, and I'll use this example, you have folks here whose real address might be, let's say, Mount Rich in St. Patrick. That's their proper address. They have a house there. They receive their mail there. But on a Monday morning, they leave and they come down and they're staying in a place down in Grenada for the whole week because they're working in the tourist sector or they're working in a facility down there. So instead of traveling down, they're staying down there for a while. And then on a Friday, when they finish work, they go back up. So they're there for the weekend. Yeah. So the question comes up there, where does this person really live? Do they live in St. Patrick or do they live down in Grenada? Because they're there most of their time. They take their meals there, they sleep there. That is where they really, people come and check them there. That is where they really are. They only countryside for the weekend. So there's a bit of contention in relation to what really qualifies as a person living in a location. Yeah. So all of that has to be worked out. But I'm saying that we can find ourselves in a dangerous situation if we do not do the work that is necessary for us to do. A warning in NPItes tonight, the 6th day of March 2025. Mind all your business.
That's very important. Right. Very, very important. Yeah, it's very important. But there's one thing again, finally, that I don't like at all. This citizen by investment way they just come in, they are not supposed to vote in your country. I don't think they have any right at all. I don't think so. I feel that is a law that they should make, that no citizen by investment have any right to vote in our elections.
If I remember,
that's something I think that.
Hold on. If I remember the legislation properly, when we reintroduced the Citizenship by Investment program in 2013, if I remember correctly, an aspect of it did state that these people would not be able to vote in elections. And so afterwards, there was a challenge. I wouldn't call the lawyer name tonight because I want to verify that that was indeed the lawyer that represented the individual. It was challenged in the court, and I think after that, folks who under CBI can now register. Because that was challenged in the court as, okay, they are Grenadians, so they should have all the rights of a Grenadian. And as such, they should be allowed to vote. But constitutionally, etc., it was challenged. So I know that that did take place. But I don't want to call the lawyer's name now, but a certain lawyer that challenged it.
Yeah, I understand. But I still feel that that could or should be revisited.
Yeah.
And if they go and you do a survey around, find out. And I think that the majority of people will be on my side. We don't want them to vote.
All I would say, the lawyer that challenged it was a senior person within the NDC at a point in time. That's as far as I'll go with that. And I ain't calling names. All I'm saying,
I understand.
Names.
I understand. But this is what I'm saying, he could go again. And I'm hoping that, not hoping, by the grace of God, when NNP win the election, I would, if we have the same problem, we'll try to push this to get this back on the agenda and get these people off of the voting list. We don't want them. Period.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Scott.
All right, brother. And you know, it's strange because last week you had the Prime Minister and all the others trying to hype their base and get them out, thinking that the Prime Minister might call elections by telling people register. And the Prime Minister did that at a point in time that he know that there's work going on at the Parliamentary Electoral Office headquarters, that there is an electrical problem there, that there are various problems with the electoral system itself, the computers they use to put on the information and all of that, knowing full well that that situation existed and that people have been going to different places to register and can't register, that people have been trying to get their cards and can't get the cards, that people have been checking to get the updated voters list online and can't get it. Knowing all of that, they still went and tell people go and register. Well, it was just mama guiding people to get them to come out anyway. So we have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hi.
Hey, how you do?
All right.
All right, my dear, go right ahead.
Right. The money so sweet inside there. I don't think that they will call election now. I think they will go the 5 years and beyond is about 3 months. I think they will go that time because the money nice, the salary nice inside there what they're getting, and going to Dubai and all them other places that they going. So I don't think they will call election now because they're afraid a lot of them would not get back. Thank you, Sheldon.
All right, my dear. I ain't taking no chance. Do the work now. We might think that they go in and stay there and suck the last marrow out of the bone, and then you get caught with your pants down. Do your work now so that anytime they call it, you don't have to hold your head and run around like headless chicken. Do your work now. Don't stay there with the attitude of, they ain't calling the election now, man. They're calling that next year. They ain't calling the election now, man. They're calling the election year after. Don't bother with them. That is until about next year, December, they come with the election. Don't take that attitude. The Prime Minister could wake up tomorrow morning and decide when he's speaking during the budget presentation next week that he calling an election. He could wake up tonight. He could go by the Governor General now and tell the Governor General, hey, I feel like calling a general. I'm ready to dissolve Parliament and call a general. He could do it at any point in time. In other words, we are in opposition. We have to make sure that we are not just as ready as the ruling party. We have to make sure that we're more ready than the ruling party. This is not a time for half measures. This is not a time for us to be lackadaisical in our approach to the work that has to be done. Yeah? The meetings and all these things, they have their place and they are very important. But just as important and even more so is the canvassing of the voters list, is the continuing door-to-door and all of these different activities that need to take place. Because if you go with a bad voters list, final list to election, you're going to get licked. Take what I'm telling you, I see it happen. See it happen in the region up to this last month, I see it happen. If you go see a bad voters list go, you're going to get licked. Make sure you do the work. All right, folks, before I continue, it's now 12 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock. I have a question for the FIU and the Royal Grenada Police Force, the FIU, and the Port Authority. I have a question for you all. Was a container found on the port filled with US money? Yeah? And if so, did officers of the Financial Intelligence Unit go to the port of St. George today and remove, well, if you don't want to say today or yesterday, did the officers attached to the Financial Intelligence Unit go to the port of St. George where a container was found that had stacks of US dollars in it? Did it happen or did it not happen? I'm asking a question based on certain utterances that I've heard from various sources. Did you all find a container filled with a pile of US? Yeah? The container was being stripped. There was something suspicious, and in further probing, a pile of money was found in a container. US currency. I tell you only what currency it is. Only what the serial numbers do not. Right. US money. So did this happen or did this not happen? It's simple, you know. Don't come and say you're talking madness and blah, blah, blah. It's simple. Did it happen or did it not happen? Yeah? 440-737-734-732-93101. So again, that question is for the FIU and the Royal Grenada Police. And the Royal Grenada Police Force, the FIU is part of it, but we know. You know the thing go. So again, did you all get a container with a pile of US money in it in stacks today when a container was being stripped? And don't lie for us, eh? That would be kind of detrimental to us. Don't lie for us. Tell us the truth. If you find the container full of money, not the whole container full of money, we know. Not the whole container. because they cannot hide it. Right? That is what we hear. That is what tongue say. Yeah? That is what tongue say. So you want to know if you all got a container filled with a pile of US. Because we already know that a submarine filled with millions of dollars in cocaine and one Trinidadian Coast Guard officer sank in Grenadian waters, and up to now, you all didn't say a word about it. Yeah, in Grenadian waters, not in Trinidad waters, not in Barbadian or Vincentian waters. The cocaine submarine sank in Grenadian waters, and you all have not said a word about it up to this point in time. You all have not said if you all are cooperating with the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard to find the body of the missing sailor or the submarine with a sink it. Yeah? You all are not saying anything. But that is the situation. A low-profile vessel was boarded by the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. The vessel, which was filled with cocaine and was aiming for Europe, but was passing through Grenadian waters. Yeah? And let me explain to you all something, folks. These submarines cannot go make the whole trip from Colombia or one of those other countries, cannot make it from there to Europe without assistance. They have a network of people who supply fuel and food to these vessels when they're out at water. So it may very well mean that there may be people here in Grenada who are involved in supplying these vessels while they are traversing through our waters. Yet still, our government has said nothing to us about that. So you want to know, tell us what is taking place. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night, brother Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, it's a good thing I hear talk about body, because I see a certain gentleman changing a set of US today. I was in the present day. I don't know. God sent me there. I don't know.
Well,
and it's a good friend. And it's a good friend.
Well,
that's all I can say. He's a good friend. I see changing US today. I was shocked. Brand new US and stuff. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know if he want to come down from America. I don't know, but he had brand new US in stock. Just I'm telling you, I saw that today. A guy, I was by the barber. I was by the barber, and I come on by the barber and have a drink. I saw this man pull another set of money, and the guy saying, "That's good money. That's good money." But I don't talk about that behind the scenes, because I just sit out there and realize, the money's spending already.
We go investigate and find out what has taken place. But I think my sources are very reliable. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I want to say congratulations to Mr. Emily Pierre. This is a lady I predicted that she would be in a position where she would lead this country. She doubted me, but I tell her, I say, I see it in you. You know, I know I live to see, you know, and she will do well, you know, because she have a good heart for everybody. It's not for one set of people. So I think she will do better than the Prime Minister, as you say, one set of people he's studying. You understand what I'm saying? So have a good night.
All right, my brother. You have a good one as well.
Be good.
All right, great.
Yeah, all the best. Yeah.
So, Ole, let us know now, because remember when guns were found, and so people get off, pile of guns and all kind of thing were found, and people get off. I mean, you understand? Last week or when Ole got a set of marijuana, was it? A set of marijuana. Submarine sinking in the waters with millions in cocaine, because these boats don't leave with a couple $100,000 worth of cocaine. It costs over $1 million to build one of these vessels in the jungles in Colombia. So when they leave well loaded to more than make back the money. So we have a call online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon, good night.
Night to you, my dear. How are you?
A day, but I don't know how to start now.
Money.
I don't know how to start. You have a container coming with money.
Mm-hmm.
You have a man saying they coming down to win the election. You have a boat sinking and you don't hear nothing about it. Sheldon, what's going on? But as it relates to that container coming and
funny business. Funny business that going on.
And discovering that U.S., that amount, stack of U.S. in the container. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I do know, when a container is being shipped, okay, we know which shipping agent it comes from. The shipping agent who packs the container knows each and every barrel, box, or whoever it is, who it is going to. Question: whatever that U.S. was found in, was it in a bag, a barrel, a box, and who it was addressed to? You don't just go in a barrel, so you don't just go in a container so without being addressed to somebody, you know.
The next thing you know, we do have to borrow all that pile of money again, and the next thing that money...
I want you to understand the point I am making. The shipping agent would accept whatever is in the box, the barrel. They don't have to open it to see what is in it. But that package, let's put it as a package, must be addressed to somebody. It must be addressed either to Tom, either to Dick, or if it's Harry. Okay? When that container arrives on the pier, and they would have cleared it or whatever the case may be, as you said, the officers were called in after they open the container, and I think they're scanning the containers now, whatever the case may be. So the officers were called in. Who was that package? And I put it as a package.
From what I've heard,
would come down
from what I've heard, while stripping the container, there was a suspicious smell. Is what caused them to dig a little deeper, and some stacks, a good few stacks of U.S. currency.
Yeah, but what this U.S. was in? This U.S. wasn't just placed in the container.
No. Well,
it must be in something and addressed to somebody.
What we're saying is, I've heard the allegation from my sources who are very, very straight. When my sources, before them could have come out and say they find a pile of gun on the port, my sources tell me they find gun. Before they could find the second set, you could hear they find the second and third set. My sources told me they find more gun again. So if they was able to tell me that, and they're able to tell me other things, well, I would assume that they know what they're talking about when they're telling me that stacks of money was found, U.S. As I say, I was just waiting for the right amount of people to talk about it. Yeah,
but it's who talk about it. Who would speak about it?
And again,
your source would inform you. Somebody else will be informed by another source, and so forth, and that's how we will get to know. My question is, the officers going on the port, they must know who it was addressed to. Let's hope. My hope is that they don't sweep it under the carpet and leave it like that. But thank God you get the information and you let us know, so we know.
Well, up to now, you still have not heard a word from the government of Grenada regarding the cocaine sub.
Exactly.
You hear from the Trinidad and Tobago government speaking about an incident that took place in Grenadian territorial waters.
And you don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing from them. But that's not the first time. That's not the first time. A lot of things are happening and we don't hear anything about it.
My friend, we are waiting to hear. Let me hear them talk on this particular one. Or are they just going to ignore it and try? You know what they're going to
what they're going to do?
Yeah, what they're going to do, eh?
Sheldon, to be honest,
they're going to try to drunk it with budget.
Sunday, in the rally, we would have heard about the hala balloon, about the budget, and how we would take care of the budget. But I don't hear anything about that budget Sunday. I hear nothing about that budget on Sunday.
Let me tell you something that I've learned to do a lot of years ago. I never look for nonsense. I never look for sense in places where I know nonsense permeates.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I don't look for truth in the value of lies. So I don't look for common sense in a place with nonsense. Because nonsense means it's a non-day. So I'm not looking for sense over there.
Well, okay, then the thing about it is not all sense or common, eh?
Well, no, it's not all sense that common, but
Right.
I have gotten to the stage that I think I pretty much got what I expected to hear from the stage at the NDC on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you expected to hear that nonsense, and they didn't disappoint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have things to look out for, to wait, see, and hear. Let's see what will happen. The vessel that sunk, the drugs that were found, no US dollars. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait.
All
Wait.
kind of
It's
thing.
nice to wait. As he said, wait on the Lord. Let's wait.
All right, my dear.
All right then. Okay.
All right. Yeah, telling you all. So we ain't nothing about the cocaine sub. Let's see if we hear anything about the stacks and stacks of US. I was just asking if it's true. You know? If it ain't true, tell us it ain't true. Say that, hey, Sheldon, your source lied to you. What they tell you is not true. Just come out and tell us it's not true if it's not true. 440-737-7347-329-3101. See my partner say, see, man, maybe that they on US, man. 440-737-347-329-3101. One of my listeners is saying here, I am sure Uncle Trump would love a list of Grenadians with US citizenship that are coming to Grenada and vote. Because when they come down, he might tell them, stay with it upon trying to return. Well, yeah, Grenadians, I mean, they come home and vote. We know what has been happening with a lot of folks who have left the US on a US passport. Then they would enter, for instance, they enter Grenada with their Grenadian passport. Then when they go back up to border control in the US, they ask them, well, which passport did you enter Grenada with? Because there's no stamp in your US passport. And they say the Grenada passport, and then they seize the US passport. It has happened. And from what I've been picking up on social media, I haven't spoken to anybody personally, it has happened too. But I'm seeing some instances of similar situations being put all over social media. So my good friend is saying maybe Trump would like a list of all of them. Well, you never know, you know. You never know. You never know. You know, let me say something for today. And again, I like my friends in the UWP up there in St. Lucia. Let's get some nice little quotations from them. And the one for today is, NDC zealots don't debate with facts. They declare war on facts and recruit ignorance as part of their army. I hope all you understand that one. It says again, NDC zealots don't debate with facts. They declare war on facts and recruit ignorance as part of their army. 440-737-747-329-3101. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good evening.
Hey, good night, Sheldon.
Good night. I'm quite fine. Go right ahead.
Sheldon, listen to that clip that you play with the guy that say they come home from the diaspora and come and vote. And they go vote in North Central, Northwest. But Sheldon, joking. We watching the voters list with an eagle eye. Everybody, we living on here long enough. We know the majority of people, and when we doing the voters list, we put in a face to everyone, right? And we know who live in America, Canada, wherever they live in, and never come back. So whenever they come back, we go know that. We go know because we're looking at the voters list. Every day we have been looking at that. Whatever someone come here, we go find out from someone that came here. So joking.
Let me just say something. You said something there, and I need to make sure people understand an aspect of this. You say you all know all of these people who are in the US and thing and that. But let me say this, if their name is on the voters list on election day, you fail.
I know.
The name must be removed long before that. If the name is there on election day, you have failed.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, just making sure.
I know what I'm saying because I've doing that a long time now. So what I was saying that
you know it, but people listening may not know that.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Okay, so you have a good night.
All right,
good. Thanks. 440-737-737-347-329-3101. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good evening, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm blessed.
All right, go right ahead.
I just have two questions. Sir. I've been listening to the program, and those two questions came to my mind. And I went and I wrote the questions down. My first question is, if you are from a different parish and you are working most of the week in another parish, can you register in the parish you are working in and still register in the parish you came from?
No.
How can we check that?
No, the system itself would see that there's a duplication. The electoral system within the headquarters, they would automatically see that there is a duplication because your date of birth would be the same, innit? Your date of birth and other details that they would use, even if you change the identification that you need, those basic details would be the same. The way that the electoral system is put together, it's supposed to identify that and have that person bumped off. Yeah? But
my second and last question is, CBI people, do they have the option, even though they are not living in one place, do they have the option to go all over Grenada and register to vote in any constituency that they desire to?
That is what has been happening.
Well,
and again, the folks who know that and who are seeing that have a responsibility to deal with that. Have a responsibility to deal with it.
That's very dangerous.
Of course it is. Extremely dangerous. Yeah? So we know that it is happening. You're hearing of instances here, but the problem is people are not stepping forward in the right form and give that information so that action can be taken on it. And some people know it taking place and they're just not saying anything.
Well, oh Lord. Crapo might smoke our pack.
Well, I'll put it like this. They're selling guns to the Indians. Not the Indians, they're the Indians.
Well, I want to say good night to my son, the White Horseford.
Yes, indeed. Or else,
well, he might know who I am. And have a blessed night, sir.
All right. Thank you so very much. Yes, indeed. 440-7377-347 329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside. Yeah? Yeah, folks. So check your voters list. You hear the intention that some people have. And that's just one person speaking there. You have heard other instances where people are threatening to do the same. So come on, do your work and that can happen. We have a call online.
Good night, Sheldon.
Good night, my dear. Wago.
How are you doing?
Dig y'all.
Yeah, but I just trying to tell you by Tuesday, pass away Carriacou, passing Carriacou by.
You go in my place and you don't tell me nothing?
No, I forgot to tell you last night.
Like my place, right? Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, I make a friend over there. He tell me he's a pure NDC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said, but Kevin don't win nothing. I said, I don't win nothing. He tell me he don't mind because he getting all what he wants up there, he getting it. I see so a yard shell and he have about 10 black tank in one yard. And then he has some places where don't have at all. And well, the wind for the mash up all the trampoline and them now. So the house and them just there like that. And up there, try. Like to tell you up there is, and the sun hot. And notice when I breathe well. You know, the boat going in Harveyville. When I stand up there, I see two shots in a van. Then when we go down in the town, I see two jab. Both of them, they beat the job. And afterwards, when I leave going up by Arise up there, I see a truck with about 7 little sweet mass for the naked. I say, yes, boy, they don't easy. But, you know, over there, you know, people don't mind people business over there. And then I was trying to mind my business.
Come around Parang time, you go find out.
No manner for me to call him, and I like to tell you. He say he continue getting all what he wants, so then that don't matter him. Whosoever don't get that, not the problem. Well, I won't call him name. He tell me his name. I don't know if it's a wrong name or a right name, but I will still won't call it. So I just forget what to tell you. I go pass up there and I go and see. So I see what the people talking about now. We went in a little restaurant. Them people are them ask us. It's nice people because you know we spend the money and thing there. They say, where are you from? I say Grenada hunting in Tivoli side. If you hear, I have very nice people. When I go come back up to my daughter soon. But if you hear me, I say till next year. If you hear them, no, come back before. But God is good. Probably I will pass back up there again once God like tell and the cemetery and them nice and them people also up there because them cemetery and them is headstone. So I have to say they nice and the people also now are they living in there, Papa.
Some.
But God is good.
Some.
The Lord will provide one day.
All right,
have
my
a
dear.
good night.
Same to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, indeed. You should have seen Carriacou right after the hurricane. That ball. And as we mentioned Carriacou, you know what, boy, let me play this for you. As we mentioned Carriacou and thing, yeah, something from Sunday kind of catch my attention. Yeah, when it comes to Carriacou. But what do this thing, why it making all this noise? Hey, stop making all this noise. Let me see if you don't making that noise. I wonder if you could hear it. Let me see. No, we're not hearing, so that means my cable going bad, man. Yeah, stop making all this noise, cable. All right, let me see if yeah, well, I have to take it like that. Right, nice. So let me just play this for you all. Nice.
We criticize OMPs. He may say, this is a generation of social media. So they talk on social media. Sometimes all they feel they're talking too much. They're a little too haughty. But when you're young, you have to have some passion and energy. And so sometimes you overstep the line. But
overstep the line? Like actually saying that a person's mother was in Carriacou and that they get material and the person's mother wasn't even in Carriacou for several months? Like saying that you cuss the police and you're glad you cuss the police and blah, blah, blah? Them kind of thing? Okay, but anyway, go ahead.
He sobers up and he always says, I will do.
Sober up, so he was kind of drunk on power when he was saying them thing. He sobers up. Let me make sure it's that you say, well, he was drunk on power? What he was drunk on?
Overstep the line. But if he gets criticized, he sobers up and he always says, I will do better.
You'll do better. He apologized to Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox up to this day for putting him mother in email. Anyhow.
So I want you all to give him a round of applause.
A round of applause or what? Saying that he cussed the police officers. That the same fella he talking about on the stage that say he cuss all you know. Yeah, that the same guy.
Criticize OMPs. He may say, this is a generation of social media. So they talk on social media. Sometimes all they feel they're talking too much. They're a little too haughty. But when you're young, you have to have some passion and energy. And so sometimes you overstep the line. But if he gets criticized, he sobers up and he always says, I will do better.
Oh, so when he cussing people, I wonder if he do better. I wonder if he went and apologized to the police officers that he cuss and then come out and say that he cuss. Yeah, I wonder if he went to them police officers and apologized to them and say that, well, I will do better. I wouldn't cuss police again. Did he do that? Did he go to them and apologize? I know. Let me find out what's going on here. Let me find out what's going on.
So when they tell you that the minister arrogant and the minister costs police, yes, I did. Yes, I did. So when they tell you that the minister arrogant and the minister costs police, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, no.
So when they tell you that the minister arrogant and the minister costs police, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, yes, you did. Yeah, he caused the police, yeah. I wonder if we had the longer version. Let me see the longer version. Let me hear the excuse of why he caused the police and them kind of thing. Let me hear them thing there. Yeah.
People heard that the minister lost it with the police. This is the first time I'm speaking about it. 7 months later, I'll tell you a story. I lost it with the police after burial for many reasons. But the Top Hill Senior Citizen Home was the biggest one. The biggest reason why. I recall we gave instructions to clear the home, get the residents out immediately. That was my instruction. Because the roof was compromised, water in the building, the residents are there, the staff is there, all traumatized. And the police went up, told them hello, tell them they'll come back, and then never went back. The following day, I was lifting seniors out of the Top Hill Senior Citizen Home myself, along with hard-working staff members. So when I hear people talking about Clavia and others, I just have to deal with them. Because it's people like Clavia and others who are the real heroes. Mrs. McLean. So when they tell you that the minister arrogant and the minister costs police, yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that was one of the reasons. Out of many, it was one of the reasons. And some of those officers up to today, I cannot forgive them. I mean, you have to, but yes, I did. And that was one of the reasons. Out of many, it was one of the reasons. And some of those officers up to today, I cannot forgive them. Mr. Costs Police. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that was one of the reasons. Out of many, it was one of the reasons. And some of those officers up to today, I cannot forgive. So when they tell you that the minister arrogant and the minister costs police, yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that was one of the reasons. Out of many, it was one of the reasons. And some of those officers up to today, I cannot forgive them.
Yeah, so you have police in mind. All right, yeah, police in mind and thing. I didn't think you read what you swear to when you went in. But that's not the first time that you hear one of them trying to defend him and the kind of statements he does be making, you know. That is not the first time. You remember on Ride Along sometime in October, yeah, about the 3rd of October, remember on Ride Along. Is that the first time that has been trying? Yeah, they're trying their best.
In that way, we can witness people. So, you know, sometimes we can say certain things, but let's look at the action of people. And the action of Tevin shows that he loves the people of Carriacou and Pidimani. He's very passionate. And sometimes he is my colleague, you know, we tell him that all the time, may come across a little harsh. But he...
Oh, you tell him that all the time? Well, if I had to tell him that all the time, mean it's a regular thing he's doing. It means it's a character trait of the individual. Arrogance is a character trait of the individual. So we hear the Prime Minister talking about him and we hear him now. We hear the Prime Minister talking about him and now we hear Andy talking about
passionate.
Him.
And sometimes he is my colleague, you know, we tell him that all the time, may come across a little harsh. But he means well. He means well. So I am working closely with him, and our cabinet is working closely.
Are you working closely with him? All you trying to do, redeem him? No, man, don't worry, man. Call an election, I'll go find out what's going on. Call it. I'll go find out what, yeah, I'll go, what you does, I'll go found out, yeah, I'll go found out. Call an election, I'll go found out what's going on. Yeah, I'll talk about election and who seat I'll coming for. Only if I watch Hollywood seat. Yeah, but you're talking about seats and you're going for a man chair and you get up and somebody take yours.
To be relaxed, and we are not relaxed. The Minister for Carriacou and PD is doing his best. I can tell you, sometimes I feel sorry for him because when you are in that state, when your constituency is being affected, some people don't know how, if you are a man that care for people, it will affect you. And knowing that you are in charge of that constituency, the pressure feels like like it's on you to ensure that things goes right. So it's easy to it's easy for Junior when you're in that situation to feel a little bit overwhelmed. It's easy for you sometimes to misspeak, right? But at the end of the day, there's a saying: "Who's in the kitchen is who feels it."
Yeah, who's in the kitchen is what? Them police are them when he was cussing them. They wasn't feeling heat too. They wasn't feeling heat too when he was. You understand? Yeah, you understand? They wasn't feeling it too. When teachers in Carriacou was going through stress, not even getting pay, and man was standing up as what I was saying. Let me hear what I was saying to them teachers and them in Carriacou and them after the hurricane and thing. Let me hear what I was saying to them.
The supermarkets are open. Some of the people that are running them out the most are public officers, teachers, public officers who are receiving their salaries still running. The shop open, the supermarket open, and you're making confusion for case of water and bottle.
The same teachers and them who didn't get paid, yeah. While he's saying they're getting paid and thing, the problem was teachers was not being paid. But anyway, let me go back here.
Teachers, public officers who are receiving their salaries still running. The shop open, the supermarket open, and you're making confusion for case of water and bottle of water. The loudest people on social media are the people whose salaries are running. No, let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, teachers. Yeah, teachers. What are they making noise for? You understand? Yeah, what are they making noise for? The minister find all you must make noise. Prime Minister stand up defending all of this. All of this is what the Prime Minister is defending.
Within that process, we will do what we need to do, announce more measures as it relates to the rebuilding process for private homes and so on. But as Member of Parliament, forget now me as Minister, me as your Member of Parliament and me as a kayak. Let's be real. There are many of us as kayaks, many of you as kayaks who could afford to rebuild your homes. There are many people that could afford to rebuild their homes. Don't ask me, I'm telling you. And yes, you...
Yeah, don't ask him, he's telling you because he, maybe he used FIU, the same FIU that went for the money day. Maybe he used FIU to go in them people account and see how much money each kayak have. So he know for a fact. He know what debts they have to pay. He know what they're saving up for. He know anything like that. But all you had the money, don't ask me, I'm telling all you.
Parliament. Forget now me as Minister, me as your Member of Parliament and me as a kayak.
Let's be very soon enough. We will keep you as a kayak, but we go forget you as the minister in truth. The time coming, don't worry. Soon.
Real. There are many of us as kayaks, many of you as kayaks who could afford to rebuild your homes. There are many people that could afford to rebuild their homes. Don't ask me, I'm telling you. And yes, you want the government to rebuild your house for you. I find that real unfair. You could afford to rebuild your home. You have the money sitting in the bank to rebuild your house, your home, or to do your roof, and you want the government to do it for you. I mean, this is sad. I mean, wherever we hear that from, we have to do better than that. So
yeah, in other words, all your dash money, go and build all your place. Don't come to us, and we don't care. All your money, we don't care if the money is because you have to go and do surgery. We don't care about that. All your money, you understand? Spend your money. Yeah, that's the attitude, you understand?
Everything that it can to assist. And that is why we announced the measures as it relates to the tax-free measures on building materials.
That tax one is a whole discussion, but let budget finish, man. Let budget finish.
Materials and supplies. And tax-free measures as it relates to imported items, household items and so on that you've lost during the hurricane.
Why watch you ain't too pretty, you know? Move there. Now all you hold on the phone lines, man, are playing clips. Hey, I played clips. Yeah, I played clips. So all you love me a little bit later. You understand? Love me a little bit there. You understand? Yeah, let me play the thing. I want to see where let me see where this thing is there. Yeah, I want to play something else here. Right, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it here. No, we wanna hear what the Prime Minister was trying to defend and diffuse. And the mere fact that the Prime Minister comes out in the manner that he has came out and is trying to defend Tevin Andrew should tell you what he is picking up in relation to the situation for Tevin Andrew in Carriacou, and that he'd just hush him out. He'd just hush him out. He would not have said anything if he thought everything was all well and good. So it means that those of you in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, double down. Don't take it for granted. Double down. More work. Yeah? Anyhow.
Of the Sister Isles and what she has done for the Carriacou and PG Martinique over the past 2.5, almost 3 years.
Well, what has Mrs. Battery Stewart done for Carriacou and PG Martinique for the last 3 years? I mean, some people may say some roads, but if anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Wamongi. If anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Wamongi. See some roads, but if anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Wamongi. Something wrong with me. Because it is like you praising the ATM machine for your own money.
All right. Okay. So, folks, that means when the member for Carriacou and Petit Martinique is making his budget presentation, if we hear him talk about only had the ambulance on standby outside the Parliament chamber, because if we hear him talking about roads, or we hear him praising anybody in relation to roads, we have to send him to Mount Gay something do well. Yeah, we look forward to your presentation. Yeah, we want to hear if you're going and talk about roads. Yeah, we want to hear if you're going and talk about roads and how much roads that you do and them kind of thing. We want to hear it because the Prime Minister defending you. And folks, understand what's taking place there. The Prime Minister is defending him. The Prime Minister is picking up something that he believes he needs to defend him to try and save him. Because right now, he and Andy playing Mr. Savior. They want to save all of them. Well, you can't save them. They're gone already. Yes.
Input in just about everything. So those are the things that I really want us to talk about. I mean, yes, roads, Nancy Policy Club, and the other infrastructure development. Thank God for the British government, as I said, 2010 initiative, and of course.
In this case, what you saying thanks for, and I hope it's not Beryl, because had it not been for Beryl, some people would have never get a house in Carriacou. Those that did get, the 3 that get the other day, they would have never get it. Yeah? Or the other houses that were built there by the Trinidadian company may never have been built if it wasn't for Hurricane Beryl. People lost their lives, so I will never be one that let the words out of my mouth thanks to Beryl. But Nancy Pelosi clap. We hear you. We want to hear you. We want to hear where you're coming and yeah. Because you taking praise for doing your job is like thanking the ATM for taking your money, isn't it? Anyway.
Major roads, which cost a few $1 million, NDC initiative. But let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk, man. Yeah. Let's talk. Yeah, you are looking forward to hearing you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing you, man. I'm looking real forward to hearing you right now. I want to hear what you had to say about roads and different infrastructural things during the budget, didn't it?
Things happening in Carriacou. Maybe I could refresh some memories or probably just update as a way of updating the general public.
Notice now he's a guest as the Honorable Tevin Andrews and no longer NDC caretaker. So let's see if the story changed in relation to roads and them thing.
Maybe I could refresh some memories or probably just update as a way of updating the general public. We have several road projects that has been either completed or under.
Yeah, several what? Nah, it had to be towed projects or something. He say, or load projects. Can't be road. Yeah, let me hear.
The general public. We have several road projects that has been either completed or under construction, whether it's the Bele Road project, which is a major road project connecting, that's our hospital, or mini emergency road to the hospital. We have the Brunswick roundabout widening, and of course drain development. We have the power station road, which is, I know the commute.
No roads he talking about there. Now, well, somebody get a straight jacket and keep it outside the parliament, or we might need it.
The villagers in that area in Carriacou, which is extremely happy with the road construction that has taken place there. The Leicester Solution Drain, they have a veil. They have a veil road, the top and bottom Lawrencetown Road, the Mongelo Road, the Granby Road, over 2,000 feet of road is being constructed in Petit Matmic, the Prospical Road, and I could continue about all the other roads that we're building. Point in Carriacou, that road project will start soon. Point Mount Pleasant Road will be starting soon, I believe next week, Monday, the construction.
Yeah, road, road for so. Only want to hear it again. Let me hear some road, man. Road for so.
So probably just update as a way of updating the general public. We have several road projects that has been either completed or under construction, whether it's the Bele Road project, which is a major road project connecting, that's our hospital, or mini emergency road to the hospital. We have the Brunswick roundabout widening, and of course drain development. We have the power station road, which is, I know the villagers in that area in Carriacou, which is extremely happy with the road construction that has taken place there. The Leicester Solution Drain, they have a veil. They have a veil road, the top and bottom Lawrencetown Road, the Mongelo Road, the Granby Road, over 2,000 feet of road is being constructed in Petit Matmic, the Prospical Road, and I could continue about all the other roads that we're building. Point in Carriacou, that road project will start soon. Point Mount Pleasant Road will be starting soon, I believe.
Yeah, Ollie, just remember, the man say, if you hear him talking about the road and thing, what we're supposed to do. All right, we have to make sure that we remember exactly what the gentleman has said before. Yeah, we have to make sure remember what the gentleman has said before, man. Just remember what he said after he talked about all them road and them day. Well, you talk, yeah.
Let's look at her representation of the Sister Isles and what she has done for the Carriacou and PG Martinique over the past 2.5, almost 3 years.
Well, what has Mrs. Battery and Stewart done for Carriacou and PG Martinique for the last 3 years? I mean, some people may say some roads, but if anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Wamongi. Some people may say some roads, but if anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Wamongi. Some people may say some roads, but if anybody catch Tevin Andrews praising any politician or any government minister for building a road, send me to Wamongi. Something wrong with me. Because it is like you praising the ATM machine for your own money. You put those officials in office and they ought to do those work. That's a responsibility to build roads, to maintain it, to do this. It's like you going to London and hearing the people of London praising the mayor for stopping up a pothole or building some roads. You will never hear that. So I'm not praising any government minister for if they build a 200-foot road or do a box.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we're just making sure we wanted to. A cough. Them cry, I cough. Folks, that is actually all the time we have to talk. Yeah, I know I was clip heavy in the end day. Yeah. I know and I have more I could play. That guy just say a lot of stuff here. I have a lot more I could play. That's why I had to go on stage and try and recreate the individual about youthful exuberance. You know, they're young and they have a lot of energy, so they say anything and all kind of thing. Go and apologize to Senator Cox for calling him other name in your stupidness. Yeah, go and apologize to him. That's what you need to do. Yeah, That is what you need to do. Show you as a man. We ain't too sure because remember some WhatsApp messages not too long ago. Yeah. Hi, Mr. Pinky. Yeah, we remember some WhatsApp messages. So go and talk to Senator the Honorable Nolan Cox and apologize for what you have done to his mother. Yeah, by that accusation that you have made. But anyhow, folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here. And for the week, it's been wonderful being here with you. In everything you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. Love each and every one of you. And folks, remember, on Monday, tomorrow is budget day, but on Monday, the Honorable Emlyn Pear will be making her rebuttal of the 2025 budget. So we're looking forward to hearing the Honorable Emlyn Pear bright and early on Monday morning. The eyes of the nation will be upon her. And we definitely will be tuning in. We here at Talking Points will be trying to broadcast it as well. Right? So we look forward to that one. So remember, on Monday, we may also be doing a rebroadcast during Talking Points time on Monday night. We think it's important for those who cannot hear it during the day. We will broadcast again at night so you're able to hear the presentation, because there's a lot of things that have to be said that I know will be said, and I want you all to make sure that you tune in and So until Monday, that's it from us here at Talking Points. Love each and every one of you. I'm playing this one for the Prime Minister again, man.
In line with the will of God, you better serve